What's up guys, it's Chad here at Drew Reviews coming to you from my backyard today. If you've been following the channel, you know that I now have a total of 5 people in my family. Alright, it is fall, it is the first week in October in North Carolina. I've already got my winter ryegrass down. As you can see, that nice bright green grass. Don't quite have the foliage yet, but I do have some fall leaves coming down. Besides the point, I love using my back patio this time of the year because it's the best weather for grilling. As you can see behind me here, I have a 4-chair table. Alright, like I said, I have a 3rd child now, which brings our total up to 5 people in my family. So I've actually been looking for a new family table for outside. So stay tuned, I think I got the perfect thing for us. Well, I just got an alert on my doorbell camera. I think something just came in, so let's go take a look and see what we got. Oh, look at that. Alright, so it looks like we got our shipment in. Total of 4 boxes. Everything on here looks great, nice and packaged well, and the shippers managed to get it all up here without damaging my wife's flowers. So we're going to get these boxes to the garage and unbox them and see what we got. Well, I made it. I got all 4 boxes in my garage with ease. I know these boxes look sizable, however, the product itself is actually very light. And I'm going to kind of go over that in a little bit. These are all aluminum construction, which is going to be great for outdoors, not rusting. But again, the boxes themselves are very light for their size. Back to my story. Alright, obviously the 4-chair outdoor set that I have is a little too small. Wanted to get something a little bit bigger. So, what do most people do? They go straight to Amazon to do a little research. Alright, so what I did, went on to Amazon. Alright, I put in 6-chair outdoor patio set into Amazon search. Okay, I got a whole long list of different products. Alright, one that stuck out to me is the ACOJOY 7-piece outdoor dining set. Alright, this is what I got. I'm going to do a quick unboxing on these, show you how well they're packaged, how well they're constructed. I'm also going to do a quick demo, show you how to put them together, and then I'm going to do an overall review of how I like the product. Alright, so stay tuned. I'm going to unbox these and we'll go from there. First item is the outdoor patio dining table. Came in a nice box. I believe this is a 60-inch table, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to have to, well, obviously this is the total size, 62, so I believe it's a 60-inch length table. The gross weight of the whole package is 42 pounds, but the actual net weight of just the table inside is 35. Alright, we got 3 boxes. There's 2 chairs per box. Obviously, like I said, the gross weight on that is 26 pounds. 2 chairs is 22 pounds, so each chair is about 11 pounds. So we're going to get this unboxed and see what we got. Alright, we are going to get this thing unboxed. Alright, this is obviously the top. Okay, so I'm going to use my handy dandy pocket knife here and try to get this untaped here. So we're going to get this opened. Hopefully without cutting ourselves. Let's get this thing opened up. Look at that. Draw your attention to how well this thing is packaged. Alright, looks like all the main metal components here are wrapped, bubble wrapped, and if you look down in here, okay, there's actually hard cardboard corners that are protecting the corners from getting damaged. I don't know if you can see this, but this box does not appear to have any damage whatsoever. And if you look at all the product here, it has styrofoam up against the edge of the box and the product itself. So we're going to go around that. Look at that, packaged well, no damage. Everything looks like it's nice and compartmentalized, zip tied, and it even has instructions. On to the chair unboxing. So this might be a little bit easier than the other one because it's up on the other two. All right. All right, it looks like it's the same story with the chairs. Let me see, getting this camera off of here. All right. It's the same story. All the edges on this are double reinforced. It's got the packaging foam wrapped. This one has styrofoam corners. And this is a double thickness wall box, if you can see that. Again, it has all the hardware taped down in a nice little bag. Everything's wrapped, and the styrofoam between all of the chair parts. So very good quality. Again, no damage. Again, as you can see, it's a double thickness box. Plus, they added an extra corner in all these corners for protection. Hopefully you can read this okay. This is the assembly instructions. It has the finished product picture here. Down below it has all the product, the parts that are there, you know, table leg 1, table legs ×2, tabletop, and then it has all the hardware. And the instructions are very, very easy to read. It shows exactly where on the table all the screws and the washers go. All right, and everything that is on this parts list isn't floating around in separate bags. Everything is literally right here in this nice vacuum sealed thing. It even comes with a Allen key. Not really sure if you can see this or not, but it kind of has, I guess you can call it a sparkly look. This is a textured black, I believe it's a powder coat finish, okay? That's why it has that nice flake to it. This is going to be super durable and last a long time. First things first, per the instructions, is to put together the frame and then lay the tabletop on the frame. But what I want to draw your attention to are these self-tapped parts. All right. On the flip side, you're not going to have a through hole with a washer or nut on one side. It's pretty much going to be invisible looking at it from the outside. Again, they're just self-tapped, and the screw is just going to go right into the frame itself and be nice, safe, and secure. You don't have to worry about any rust. I have the frame set up for installation. Obviously, the two longer ones are going to be obviously the longer side of the table, and the two shorter ones are going to be on the ends. You face all of the tapped sides facing inward. Obviously you can see all the tapped holes right here and here. Like I said earlier, there's nothing on the outside, and that's going to be obviously for aesthetics and longevity. So we're going to put this frame together and I'll show you the process. Per the instructions, every single one of the holes in this frame is going to get a nice screw like this, all right? And before you actually put it into the self-tapper, you're going to use the washer like so. And then when you're done with all that, they give you these nice black caps that go over the heads of the screws for a very nice aesthetic appeal. And these are all black anodized hardware. I always like to work on the actual cardboard box top when putting mostly anything together. The reason for that is because obviously this has a very nice powder coat finish, but when I'm installing these parts and I'm sliding them around, I don't want them to be sliding on the concrete. So I always like to just use the top of the box to put this together, okay? So in the hardware package, you get longer screws and shorter screws. The longer screws are going to be used to put the frame together, all right, and the shorter screws are going to be used to put the tabletop to the frame, okay? So on this, I'm gonna do a close up here in a little bit, but you have the longer screw that goes straight through, okay, the long frame piece, and then it goes right into the short frame piece in the self-tapped area, okay? Again, you gotta use the washers for this part. All right, so I pretty much just go through, hand tighten everything, and then when I have it all, you know, together, I go through with the Allen key and tighten them all down. So there's 2 in each, one at the bottom, one at the top. All right, so I got this. All right, so I got those 2, and I'm going to come over here and do these 2, and I'm going to show you a close-up on exactly what that looks like. I have completed step number 1 according to the directions. Just want to draw your attention over here. Something kind of cool with this. If you can see this, the legs actually have little adjusters on them. Okay, you can make this go up or down. So just in case you're on like a weird incline or angle on your patio, you have a little adjuster. All right. So back out here, got this all done. Each one of these, like I told you before, has 2. It's got one right here. Got a bolt right here, and it's got another bolt right here. So hopefully, let's see, yep, right there, and right there. All right, next part is getting the tabletop on. I do have the top of the table unpackaged. I want to draw your attention to the quality of the craftsmanship on this. This is all aluminum, okay? I don't know if you can, all right. And the frame here, you can see it's all bolted together already. The only thing we're going to be having to do is bolt. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 cross beams. All right, and then there's going to be 1, 2, 3 bolts on the end frames that we're going to have to bolt. All right, to the corresponding holes in the frame. So see right there's 1, 2, and 3 holes. Well, that hole, and that hole are going to be matching up to those. Same thing with the sides. And those are going to be going into the sides over here. Next thing I'm going to be, the instructions are wanting me to do it with the frame flipped upside down. I'm going to attempt it this way first, and if it doesn't work, then I'm going to go to the way the instructions say. But let's try it and see what we got. All right, this thing fell right into place, like perfectly right into place. If you're gonna do it this way, make sure you be careful not to get your fingers pinched between the frame and the tabletop. All right, but this looks like a really nice piece. So I'm gonna get a close up here. All right. I don't know if you can see what looks like to be wood grain. Very beautiful here. Again, this is the black color. And like I said, I mean, everything is so nice and squared up. Very great work here. I have to go underneath to do the bolts. I know the instructions had it better than the way I did it. All right, so now I just have to go up under here and put these screws right in there where I'm showing you. Right there. And then same thing. Here we have the instructions for the chair. All right, I'm going to put that together here. All right, don't know if you can see that or not. So the chair, we have all the parts here. Okay, the actual instructions are on the back. You have obviously a right and left leg in the back, and then you have the seat. So essentially it's 4 parts. I got them all down here. back on the cardboard, and here is all the hardware in the vacuum sealed package once again. Alright, obviously the first thing, we're going to attach the back to the two legs, and that's again done by a series of washers and F bolt. So most likely that's going to be the long one, but we'll see. Just to do a little recap here. Alright, again, none of these products have any exposed on the outside screws or bolts. Alright, the correct step here is you put the bolt through. Okay, it's got a washer, and then obviously then it has another washer that's actually a rubber washer. Okay, so it helps with vibration and just protecting the finish in general. Alright, same thing on this side. The chair is super simple. I have not finished putting all the bolts in, but I just wanted to show you exactly which ones. In the front, okay, each of them has 3. Alright, 3 on this side. Alright, then 3 over on that side. And then on the backs of the chairs, okay, you're going to have 2, one here and one here. Okay, and these are just fastened by the short, alright, the short screw and a washer. Well, I got the table done and I got a chair done. If it was just me doing this by myself without recording, this would be actually a piece of cake. The instructions are super simple, okay, they're very straightforward. You know, everything's in English, it's nice. These chairs are nice. Okay, the actual planking on everything's the same. All right, it's pretty much wood grain stamped aluminum plank, which is very, very nice. I don't know if you can see the wood grain in there. It has a very up-class look to it. All right, everything has, again, stainless steel hardware, black anodized to match. I have not gone ahead and put the little caps over the bolts yet. All right, but everything on here is super solid. Very quality look and feel to everything on here. Again, here's a nice close-up of that nice wood grain. All right, obviously over there I still have 5 more chairs to put together. I'm not going to bore you with putting 5 more chairs together in this video, so we're just going to cut to the finished product and I'll give you my final thoughts and reviews. As you can see, the table has been fully put together. I have it out here on my patio and I love it. I'm going to go down the list of all the benefits, the pros to this set. I'm going to kind of show you a little demonstration of one in particular. Alright, now every single box that came with the set had its own set of instructions. I know 3 of the boxes had the same, 2 chairs in each. However, every single box had its own set of instructions. So it's not like they put one instruction in one box and then none in the other, so in case you lost it, you don't have it. That's kind of great. Now, every single box had its own Allen key. So in essence, I gained 4 new Allen keys to my collection, which is awesome. I love that feature. Instead of just throwing 1 in one box, they gave you 1 in each box, so you don't have to worry about misplacing it or not having the right size in your kit at home. Alright, now something that is a big selling point for me specifically, alright, I got a handy dandy magnet right here. Alright, now quick little demonstration. I'm going to get up close. Alright, again, this is my magnet. Alright, I don't know if you can see that. Alright, it's holding on to it because this is a steel Allen key. Alright, now let me go show you another couple products that are made out of steel that are now rust buckets. Alright, I have got my magnet right here. Okay, this is the old table that I'm replacing. Now watch what happens when I put this magnet up to the table. Here we have the table frame and I'm going to do the legs. Alright, listen. Alright, you see that? Alright, this table and frame, oh, there we go, is steel. Okay, now up under here there's actually a little bit of rusting right around this. This table is only a 1.5 years old. Alright, again, this is a steel table. Now let me take you over to something that I've had a few more years. Okay, this is a steel fire pit. As you can see, this thing is a big rust bucket. Okay, all right, frame is steel, the pan is steel, and the legs are steel. Now this is only 4 years old, but as you can see, this thing was coated. All right, and now it is a big pile of rust. All right, let's go over here to the brand new table. Okay, I'm gonna do everything on here. Do chairs and I'm gonna do the table. All right, frame. All right, there's no sticking whatsoever. Legs, frame, actual seating. All right, table. All right, again, it's not sticking to anything. That piece, nothing. Backing, nothing. One other great feature, all right, among many of this table and chair set is the fact that all the chairs are stackable. Let me show you. Here we have chair number 1, okay? And then here we have a second chair. All right, now watch. You see that? These chairs are stacked. They barely take up any extra room, okay? And you can do all 6 chairs, all right, the same way. They stack within each other, okay? That's a great feature to have because let's say you're trying to clear off your patio, you can stack all these chairs, put them somewhere neat, and they're not going to take up a ton of extra room. So again, great feature. Well, this is the conclusion of my review of the ASOJOY 7-piece outdoor dining set. Alright, I'm going to give this thing 2 thumbs up. Shipped quickly. When it got to me, the packaging was on point. Nothing was broken, damaged. Everything, all the corners had extra protection. Great product, great shipping. Alright, this is all aluminum construction, so it should last a long time. It obviously looks good, and it's very durable. I've already sat in all the chairs, made sure everything was all good to go. More than enough bolts for all the products. It probably could use less. You could probably put a 350-pound person in here and the thing won't budge. All right. So having said all that, the stackability of the chairs, the lightweight, I give this thing 2 thumbs up. I'm going to put a link in the description below if you want to go check out this set. And ASOJOY, they have a whole channel on Amazon that they have a ton of different outdoor products. Go check them out. Thank you guys and have a great week.